What's up, Banana Bunch? You know what time it is. It's time for another episode of the Jungle Gyms podcast. I'm your host, Mark. Look, we're doing this quick and easy. We're speed running to 200 episodes, knocking out all kinds of stuff. We got a great one for you here. Look, I'm just going to over the stuff at the top real fast. Download the Jungle Gyms app so you can look at the weekly ad and get exclusive deals. Come visit us on Thursday nights at the Oscar Station, where we open it up for cigar night and bourbon, and then there's all kinds of delicious food that the event center team puts together. It's a great time. You should be out there. And while we're out here making all kinds of stuff, seasoning is incredibly important to everything that we make, right? That is the key to elevating your food, which is why I thought, well, it wasn't just this. Not only was it a great product, but I think there's a great story here. And that was why I thought this would be a great episode. So, Paul, why don't you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, my name's Paul Savill. I'm the owner of Sir Savill's Ideal Rubs. And so before I ever made a spice rub for my company, I've spent my career being a professional truck driver. And the majority of those years, I have competed in the Ohio Truck Driving Championships. And these championships are intense. They're a competition between all the truck companies. And you have to be focused, prepared for them all year.
So, when you first told me that, my first thought was, don't let Jungle find out. He'll try to give you a job. I mean, maybe a good thing, right? But all kidding aside, well, I guess I'm probably not kidding. That might Jungle. Are you going to hire him? But when you said that, first off, it was one of those things that, you hear stuff like that. And my immediate thought is like, oh, that's a real thing. Yes. So dive into the championships a little bit for me. What were some of the parameters? What were you competing in?
Okay, so they test you on your knowledge of the trucking industry, and that's through a written test.
Okay.
And that's the whole spectrum, the history of trucking, rules, regulations, hazardous materials, fire safety, taxes, how the roads are run in America, how many bridges. It's the whole spectrum.
That's crazy.
It's a lot to really, that's why you have to really focus on it all year. And then they do a pre-trip, and that's in your inspection of your vehicle. This is a 60-foot long tractor trailer, and they plant defects, and you're limited on your time to find these defects.
Wow.
And they grade you on what defects you find, and then your style. Okay. And then there's a driving part. The driving part is you're not going to drive your own tractor. You're going to drive a tractor from another company.
Oh, okay.
One that you're not familiar with. And nobody knows what the problems are on the course.
Sure.
And inches matter. Mistakes can cost you everything.
Wow.
And
is there that much variance in the different tractors? And I mean,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Did you go from a Freightliner to a Mack truck? Huge difference.
Wow.
There's, how the mirrors are, how you sit in that seat.
Sure.
How the hood is, what you can see. You have Volvo, you have Freightliners. They're all very, very different.
Interesting. And that, now hearing it out loud, it almost makes me feel like my question was dumb. But, but it's just like those things you don't think about. I've been in a rental car for the last few weeks, and getting back into my actual car, I was like, oh, this is a completely different experience.
Yes.
So I imagine it's really no different
yes.
there, where you're just like, oh, it's a different ride. Yep. Yeah. And you don't have much time to acclimate to that too, I'm guessing then.
No. They pull up. You're sitting in a bullpen and then whatever truck comes up, they call your name, and that's your getting used to it.
That's crazy. And I'm sorry to dive so far into this, but I'm so fascinated by it. What are some of the defects they could plant on you, or what was something that maybe you ran into?
You would have to check to make sure that you have the right fire extinguisher, that it's charged. They might cage a brake chamber, or the fifth wheel may not be connected. There might be a low tire, or they might take a lug nut off. They might take the permits out of the truck.
Wow.
They might put, I've seen them loosen the fuel cap, or even, they do. There's so many things they could do to this, and there's so many things. There's probably 180 things you really have to check
No kidding.
And you don't know which one they're going to put a defect on.
Sure. So I imagine you're just like going through and like hoping for the best.
Yeah. It's such a good program. We when we compete for it, we all want that coveted title.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's such a good program for a new driver to get in that you're going to accelerate your knowledge of your truck, and that when you go out into you're doing your daily job, you're going to be so much better at it.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's really what the best thing is about these championships. But holding that trophy is pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I bet. And you said you placed pretty frequently high, right? Like you're fifth in the nation?
I've won 5 state championships.
That's amazing.
And I've won 4 pre-trip awards. And then I competed on the national level, but in 2010 I placed 5th on the national level.
That's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I bet that was crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
And was it similar in like the scoring and everything from going from state to national? Like similar experience, just bigger?
You have some pretty good guys here at the state level.
I'm sure.
But when you go to the nationals, everybody's as good as you.
Yeah.
And then the state, you might have not everybody because you're going to have some guys that just got into it,
sure,
that are new.
Yeah.
But when you go to the nationals, everyone there won a state championship.
I bet.
All, that is very tough. Very tough.
Can't even imagine. And just thinking about this, the scale of the event and how many trucks I'd imagine seeing, I can't even.
Well, at the nationals, there's 450 drivers.
Incredible.
That's for every class.
Yeah.
And there's every company comes there. Every FedEx, ABF, Walmart, they all come there.
Because I imagine it probably makes these companies also look at like our drivers are.
Well, sure, sure, but it also encourages safe driving.
Yeah,
and all the years I competed, like every day I drove my truck. It was all about because you can't have any accident or you can't compete.
Right.
So you're really safe, and you're taking so much precaution every day because you're like, I got to go make it to that competition.
Right. So for you, what was it that, because I think a lot of the discipline and things that you learned through that job led you to where you are now, but like, what was the moment for you where you were like, I want to make a change in what I'm doing?
Well, I don't know. It was that. It was. I mean, it is, but there's more to that.
Mm-hmm.
So, whenever from my biggest honor of my career, I've done a lot in the championships, but really the biggest honor was being named to or selected as an America's Road Team captain, and the America's Road Team is a few drivers from every truck company in America.
Mm-hmm.
And this team serves as ambassadors for the entire trucking industry. And you work with law enforcement, you work with leaders of the industry,
mm-hmm.
you speak to students, you do you do speeches, but this team is the best of the best. And there's about 2,000 applications put in every 2 years. And out of that 2,000, they select 32 finalists.
Wow.
Okay. Now, out of that 32, you go to Washington, D.C., and you go through a 4-day selection process.
Okay.
And at the end of that 4 days, they select 16 drivers for that America's Road Team. So in 2015, I learned I was one of those 16.
That's amazing.
And it's the equivalent of winning a Masters in golf, but for a truck driver in the trucking industry.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And that really is the mindset I've taken into my business, Sir Savill's Ideal Rubs. And really, when you look at the truck that's in my logo,
mm-hmm.
It represents championships, excellence, never settling for less, that good is not good enough.
Right.
And that's what that truck represents. And so as far as when I wanted to make a rub, well, I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And I've always enjoyed hot peppers.
Yeah.
And but I've always kind of eaten them raw. I just eaten until I can't take it no more.
Of
right?
course.
So
just watch a little steam meter build up a little bit.
I think I've been to every single Jungle Gyms Weekend of Fire.
Oh, thank you.
And I don't think I've missed one. And that for some reason when I go there, I have to really I torture myself. Okay?
Of course. That's half the fun. My first year when I went, I was like, I don't really know what to expect. I can hang. I've got a good spicy tolerance. Not as good as like the real chili heads out there, but like I was on board. But it was definitely one of those where I was like, oh yeah, this is I can imagine it's fun, but it was definitely a bit of a like you said, it's a little bit of torture.
And, well, I learned a lot going there, and I tried to make a rub even back then, but it just was missing something.
Sure.
And so it just kind of got put on the back burner. Mm-hmm. So, but really what changed is when I met my wife, Charlotte, who was from Ghana, West Africa.
Okay.
And when she cooked me her Ghanaian dish, the jollof rice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, so good.
Peanut soup.
Yeah.
She cooks so well with this habanero pepper that when you taste it, it's the heat just complements the flavor.
Right.
Like it's all balanced and it's all just works together.
Sure.
And that was really a light bulb moment for me that this is how I want my rubs to be built.
Right.
And so I really went back to the drawing board and I grew a garden, grew that Carolina Reaper pepper. Mm-hmm. And I would dehydrate it and turn it into a powder. That was quite a process
I
there.
bet, yeah.
But you get used to it, and because that Carolina Reaper is a very, very it's a pepper that will let you know you need to respect me.
Oh, absolutely.
And, but I think it's just such a quality pepper, and I've always known that I've wanted to make a rub with that pepper.
Yeah.
And so I got a grill, and I had a lot of failures, but I'm someone that learns from failure.
Clearly, yeah.
And so it took me several years, and then I finally had it perfected. And then I just started cooking for friends and family.
Sure.
Anybody I could, really. And compliments were just coming in, and then they were just saying, hey, you should start your own business. And so I listened to him, but I didn't know what the name. And I was sitting around the house, and my stepdaughter Ariana, she was studying for schoolwork. I kept bugging her.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get this name. I wanted to get this down so I could file for the company.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
take
then,
that next step.
She said, "Why don't you just name it Sir Savill's Ideal Rubs?" And I say, I like that. As a matter of fact, I love that. And so I went with it, and I went and filed for the company. And I'm going to tell you, once I got my documents in hand, and I seen the Sir Savill's Ideal Rubs, I went into competition mode.
Of course.
I literally went from the championship lane to the flavor lane. And,
interesting. Yeah, I love that.
And that's really my story. But that's something that I love it. And when you do the truck driving championships and all that, you just have a fire inside you that you're really you love it. It's in your blood.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this company and doing these rubs, I got such a bigger fire to really just pour everything I got into this company.
I love that. You can tell, too. I mean, this is clearly a passion project. Yeah. One of my favorite things about doing the show is meeting people like yourself who are just like, look, I just had this little passion in me, and I figured out how to put it in a bottle,
Yeah.
And now here we are.
Yes. Yeah.
So I had to ask, what was the first of the three that you started with when you started making this? Is there?
Well, you know, I used all three, but really my focus was really on the steak rub because I love a nice steak.
Yeah, I need to break into my sample of that. I've been thinking about it.
My steak rub is really, really good on a steak. But really, you know, I didn't make them to be the hottest on the shelf.
Sure.
You know, I built them to be balanced, to have a flavor that just kind of evolves as you taste it.
Sure.
And so the steak rub, you know, you're going to notice that caramel-like note from that dark brown sugar. I mean, it really is subtle, but it sets the tone for everything else.
Yeah.
And then you got the backbone of it, the savory part, which is the garlic and onion, the oregano and the cumin, and that's the familiar part.
Right.
And then right behind that, you got the paprika. It gives it a nice color, and it gives it a warmth and a little smokiness, but balanced. And then right behind that, you got the kosher salt, the accent, and the ground celery seed powder.
Oh, okay.
That just, it ties everything in, and it makes it work well on beef. And really, and steak, brisket, ribs, hamburger, even venison.
Yeah. Which
then,
I think we now sell here.
Yeah, and then you got the star of the show, the Carolina Reaper. It always shows up late.
Yeah.
But when it does, it elevates everything, and it complements it.
Yeah.
And it's not something, it's something that makes you want another bite, not another glass of milk.
Right.
And so it's built with balance, patience, and just layered flavors.
So this is a two-parter here in that, one, did you have a lot of culinary background? Because I'm leading that into how difficult was it to find that balance of, like, you know, heat, really?
No, I don't have any background in that. Mostly is just that, you know, when you've traveled like I have,
love it.
You know, you doing the America's Road Team, I've had a lot of meals with a lot of companionship.
Sure.
That I've been down to Louisiana, to Boston. I mean, having a steak in Billings, Montana.
Sure.
I mean, you know, I've tasted everything all over. Not only that, you know, my wife's culture, and you know, it's such, food is such a big thing to really welcome someone into your home.
Absolutely.
And let's break bread together, you know.
Of course.
And when that meal can be so much better.
Yeah.
That's what really my whole, you know, my catchphrase is driven to deliver flavor.
Yeah.
And that's, I've just been around so many flavors, and you know, I can't really pinpoint it other than I've been around some really good food, and I travel a lot.
Yeah.
I've traveled through Italy, Spain, Ghana, you know, Ireland. I've tasted food from everywhere, so I know where it needs to be. But a lot of it is my wife's cooking. I love that. It's spot on.
And as soon as you mentioned jollof rice earlier, I was just like, first off, I'm hungry, but second off, it's so delicious. And that is one of those dishes that, to me, it brings a lot of, like, heat, a lot of spice, a lot of love.
Yeah.
But in such a beautifully balanced way. There's a lady that sells hers here, and she comes in, and every time it's like my favorite demo we do here. But you really can taste all of those things. And so I'm glad to hear your story. I love that because, pardon me, the Howell's Seltzer is getting to me today, apparently. But all kidding aside, no, I think experience is so huge. And the fact that obviously you're open-minded, you're going all over these places, you're like, well, I'm going to try everything. Yes. I mean, of course you're going to create this interesting product out of that.
Yeah.
It's like any other art.
Yeah.
All the experience I'm taking in is the thing I'm going to put out in one way or another,
yes.
even if it's, rearranged. That's so cool. Now just talking about it,
now,
I'm very excited.
And
to put on a steak.
whenever I cooked for friends and family, this isn't just a. We have friends from every culture that has came over and ate our food, and they all love it.
Yeah.
And it's whether I'm cooking a steak, or I'm cooking vegetables,
sure,
or I'm cooking the chicken. So the fiery fowl is
delicious.
And it's really good. It's a really go-to rub. It's so balanced, and it's about flavor first and heat second.
Right.
And but it's really good on a lot of things other than chicken. It's good on chicken, pork, and salmon.
Yeah. Oh, salmon. Okay, I can see that working great.
And I've had. You could put this on popcorn. You can mix it in your cornbread mix.
Oh, interesting.
There's a lot of things you can do with this fiery fowl. You can put it on your cottage cheese.
I shook it up with some potatoes and oil the other night. You know what I mean? It was like super simple, just baked it out. And I was like, oh, this is great this way,
Yes.
Really versatile.
And my veggie vibe is the same. It's really versatile. It's really a rub that you really don't know you're going to like until you taste it.
Sure.
And it's very versatile, but it's really good on vegetables.
Yeah.
Whether you're grilling with them,
sure,
whether you're roasting them, or whether you're just putting them on a raw vegetable. But it's also good on eggs. It's good on salmon as well.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
As a matter of fact, you could take a piece of salmon and put it on some aluminum foil, and then cut a potato in wedges, like small enough that it'll cook with that salmon.
Sure.
And then pour a little olive oil on it, put my Veggie Vibe vegetable rub on it, roll it up like a Hershey's Kiss.
Okay.
And then put it in the oven.
Yeah, perfect.
And you'll have a really tasty meal.
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
And it's also, that Veggie Vibe is really good to marinate a lamb with it.
Oh, interesting.
And if you take the Veggie Vibe and some balsamic vinegar, it's perfect to marinate that lamb with.
Wow, that sounds good.
And, that one, I just found that one out from the customers.
Oh, that's great. They were like, hey, we tried this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They came back and bought a lot.
Had there been other unique ones, too, that customers have reached out to you like, hey, I did this with your rubs and,
Well,
maybe even it wasn't one that you were as crazy
rub,
about.
I have a guy that makes pickled eggs with it.
Huh. Okay. I love it. Yeah.
I mean, they're very versatile with what you can use them on. You don't have to just use them on steak, chicken, or vegetables.
Sure.
The Veggie Vibe, you could put that in like a hamburger and make it a little bit more flavorful.
Okay.
I got customers that really even like that on a chicken.
Yeah.
So I would say the fiery fowl chicken rub. I get probably the most comments on that as far as using it on a lot of things. I would say that just putting that one on like a potato, just a buttered potato.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. I think I messed up by cutting it into cubes and just seasoning it. I was like, oh man. Yeah, with that, a little butter in there too. That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, no, go ahead.
Well, now that I've also made, I haven't figured out how to, because, of course I sell my product in Jungle Gyms.
Right.
And I haven't quite figured out, but I also sell my products at Findlay Market. And I created an extra hot chicken and an extra hot steak because I have the customers that really want that. But I haven't figured out how to sell that in Jungle Gyms, like to keep you can clearly tell that one has a lot more heat than the other one. So once I figure that out, but I do have those, and those have been pretty popular, especially that chicken one.
The way it's been fascinating to me, not that hot sauce and hot things haven't been popular for a long time, but really just to watch it continue escalating in popularity over the last couple of years has been really interesting to me, because I'd always been sort of like tertiarily involved, and then now that I'm here, it's like, like you mentioned, Weekend of Fire, things of that nature, a way more vested interest. So it is funny to see that customer base is growing pretty significantly, it seems like.
And I'm as a matter of fact, in Eastgate, I'll be doing samples there this Saturday from 11 to 3.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
And
easy way to come test us out.
Yeah. And I'll cook steak, chicken, and the veggies. I simply just dice up bell peppers and sprinkle the veggie vibe on it. That's all I do.
Easy enough.
And that probably, there's twice, I've been there 4 times, so twice the veggie vibe sold out first.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Love that. What's the blend in the veggie vibe like comparatively? I know we went through the steak rub.
So what you're going to notice on that is, number one, it's built to make the vegetable the star.
Right. Absolutely.
And so you're going to get that savory side, which is that garlic and that onion. And then you're going to get the that earthiness. And that's going to be the cumin and the coriander, but it's not too heavy.
No, but just enough in there. Again, it's all about balance.
Yes, and then you have the black pepper. It's just enough to keep everything interesting.
Cool.
And then you got the oregano, and it's gonna come in and just kind of lift everything,
right,
and keep it fresh.
Yeah, that like bright greeny thing.
And then, and then you got right behind that, you got the salt and the accent that just ties everything in.
Sure.
And just makes it so just such a versatile rub.
Of course.
It's so good on vegetables.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. I felt bad now that I'm like, I've only really just been burning. I'm like a one canister at a time type of guy, though. So I'm like, when this one's done, I'll move on to the next one. Yeah. But now I'm like, maybe I should open all 3, and then I should switch all of the items. I'll put the chicken on the steak, the steak rub on the chicken,
Yeah, well, you should really try the steak rub on a steak. It's really
I'm picking
good.
some up today, so I actually have a feeling I'll have a review for you later this evening.
Yeah, and I just if I have my steak in the fridge, I'll take it out and I'll put some olive oil on it, and then I make sure I put it all around that steak, and then I put my Blazing Bull steak rub on it. And I put it on there pretty generous. Yeah. And I just let it set for about at least half an hour. Sure. Most time about 45 minutes. And because I want this thing to be room temperature when I throw it on that grill. Yep. Because it's only going to be on that grill about 8 minutes. And as soon as it reaches like 130 degrees, I'm pulling it off.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's perfect.
That sounds good. Oh, it got me so hungry for later. I'm very much looking forward to the rest of my day now, Paul. I was looking forward to this. Now I'm looking forward to the steak I'll be making later.
Yeah. And cook some asparagus with it.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Put the veggie vibe on it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I can open them all.
I just put them in a aluminum pan, and put maybe a little butter in there. Sure. And the veggie vibe, and I just let them cook on the grill.
Sounds good to me. Oh, man, it's going to be a good rest of the day for sure. Can't wait. See, what we need to do is we need to get a grill in here. That way we can be doing this live
I would love to do that.
I keep thinking about how to do it easily. I think the catch is, I'm always like, was a smokeless grill really a thing? You know what I mean? I'm like, sure there is. But I just think about, can you imagine me setting off the smoke alarms in the studio, just trying to do a bit? They'd probably be okay with it here, but at the same time, I'd hate to find out the hard way. That's amazing. The product is awesome. So now you've got me even more excited to look into this. Now you mentioned that it is at both Jungle Gyms locations, of course, right?
Yes, it is.
That's super cool. And I love that you're doing demos. You'll be out there. You said you'll be at Eastgate this weekend, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
And then I didn't mention this. This is my set, and it has my 3 signature rubs, and I call it the Real Deal rub set.
Because the Real Deal was your nickname, right?
Yes. That was the nickname I got on America's Road Team.
Oh, that's cool.
So anybody that mentions Real Deal, they know you're talking about me.
That's awesome.
Now, I don't know how I got that name, but
Yeah.
that's always stuck. And so that's why I call this the Real Deal rub set.
It's your drive for success. It's the attention to detail. It's the open-mindedness.
Yes.
It's all of these things combined into one real package.
Yeah.
I think that's got to be how
Yes.
it came up.
Yes.
But that said, if anyone out there is watching and knows how he got the nickname, go ahead and leave it in the comments because I want to find out. So what does the future of the rubs look like? Where are we going next? I mean, I know we talked a little bit about maybe potential spicy options. Do you have any other dreams for this?
Well, I do. And I've, it's really taken off and been really successful. And I really just started selling in June.
Mm-hmm.
And so I still work a full-time job.
Yeah.
So I have to figure that out. But I have another like a seafood rub that
cool.
I'm working on. But these three here are really keeping me busy. And but at some point I am going to get that seafood rub out there.
Sure.
And then I got so many requests to have a bigger size.
That makes sense.
So
yeah.
I'm going to make a bigger size. But all that's going to take a lot of time,
Of course.
and a lot of planning. But yes, I plan on. Now I don't know if I'm going to have 50 different rubs, because it's, for me, is all about quality.
Right.
And that's always going to be first for me.
Sure.
So as I move forward with the company, I'm gonna give you my Sir Savill's Ideal Rubs and my Veggie Vibe. It's gonna be quality,
Right.
and whatever I have. So whatever whatever that entails and takes. But yes, I plan on moving this forward and just growing it. And but it's not something that I have to grow really fast.
No.
And if, just again, quality is going to be number one for me.
It's perfect. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Take your time, make it good, spread the love, as it were, or rub the love, I guess, in this case.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Can I mention my website?
You absolutely can. Yeah, I was going to say, let it rip, baby.
Yeah. My website is sirrubs.com, and it's SIRRUBS.com.
And we can get all the product on there as well if they can't come into the store, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yes.
It's amazing.
And I sell the extra hot on there.
Oh, okay.
And I sell it at Findlay Market. But once I figured out how I can have it on Jungle's shelf and it's clearly marked.
Yeah.
I've had some suggestions, so
cool.
I'm going to work on those, and because that's been a very popular one, especially as a matter of fact, if it wasn't for the whole family thing, that extra hot chicken would probably be my number one seller.
Really? Yeah.
But right now they all have their fan favorites.
Sure.
And they all sell pretty well and pretty evenly.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, of course, keep us in the loop as you get, as those, if they're coming up, let us know. I mean, we can always drop in a quick segment or do something for social media on it too to let everybody know it's in here. Sounds good to me. I mean, I love the balanced spice of it right now, but I think I'd be curious to see what it does with a little kick up on there,
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations on everything, Paul. I'm really happy for you. I love your story. Thank you for indulging me on all of the truck questions. I'm sure I have 1,000 more, but I'll save them for the next visit.
Yeah. And that's and it's just mention one more. Is
Yeah,
that
please.
on my logo,
Yeah.
I have my slogan is "Feel the heat, savor the flavor."
Yeah.
And
Love
that's
it.
where that's where my just my wife's influence is where that really comes from.
That's so cool. I love that. I love how just happy you are in mentioning her in these parts of it and how it's clearly like a huge part of the branding. I think that's so cool. Well, we'll have to bring her along next time too, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll never say no to a little jollof rice. And the peanut soup too is always good. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, Paul, anything else you want to make sure we plug while we're on here? Obviously, I know we said sirrubs.com. Here at Jungle Gyms, where you can get the extra hot one online if you'd
You can
like.
get the extra hot online.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of samples at at the Jungle Gyms Eastgate.
Yeah.
So definitely come out there and see me. I cook a really good steak.
I bet.
Chicken and the veggie. I mean, it's pretty good.
I've been thinking this whole time. I'm like, I might have to pop in on an off day just to try.
Yeah. So it's been going really good. And the whole company and the spices have just really it's been really overwhelming. And I'm just so grateful for the response and the that I've gotten from all my customers that have tried it, and it literally is just. There's so many people telling me, I use it on this, I use it on this, I use it, and it's so nice to hear.
Oh, I bet.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's so cool. Well, congratulations, of course. I wish you the best. I look forward to future success. Hey, look, here's hoping I see you at Weekend of Fire, maybe putting out some samples there.
Yeah. I think I would like to, if I can. I would like to get a booth.
I have no idea how soon planning is starting for that. I know we're in the throes of Pickle Wars and Cheese Fest and all kinds of other stuff, but that's usually, I think Weekend of Fire is usually end of August, so we got time. But yeah.
I'm pretty good at the branding.
Oh, cool.
I don't have a picture with me, but I have my tent is really nicely branded. You can't miss my tent at Findlay Market. And then also when I come in and do samples, I bring my own table. I bring my own table. I bring my own tablecloths, and you can't miss me doing samples.
I bet. No, I love it. Look, I get it. I have a lot of this color around me a lot of times too.
It's great.
We're the only two people here visible from space, you know. Man. Well, Paul, wish you the best. Looking forward to the future, and then keep me posted as you bring out the hot flavors.
Thank you for having me on the show.
My pleasure, of course.
And it was really a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for telling your story.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, we're looking forward to having more from you here in the future. So on that, thank you for being here. And thank you all out there for tuning in and listening. As always, we really appreciate the support. Come on in. Like Paul said, he'll be here at Eastgate this weekend sampling some stuff, so you should come out and try it. It's a really easy way to do it. I love when this timing lines up with the podcast. And in the meantime, I already said thank you. Yeah, in the meantime, I guess I will see you all out there in the aisles.